our next guest, I know you've been waiting for them. I see you in the chat. You're right there. I see. Sorry, people were saying an hour ago, I'm here for Goji. I'm here for Goji. Well, okay, we're here for you. Before I bring on Omar Shands and Zach Evans, just do me a quick favor and smash that like button. In fact, I think I have a fancy GIF. Do I have it? I think I do. See, just right there. Take a second out of your day, out of your life, hit that like. Thank you very much. Okay, now, without further ado, I know you've all been waiting for this moment of the day. Let's bring them on. Let's bring Omar on. Let's bring Zach on. Goji Crypto. There's Zach. There's Omar. Guys, welcome to the Benzing Crypto Festival.
Spencer, how you doing?
I'm doing, man. How you doing?
Hey, hanging in there, man. Glad to be here.
It's great. It's very excited for this opportunity.
Very excited to have you. Our chat is excited to have you. They've been pounding the table for like 3 hours. And wait, I guess. I don't know what else to tell you. Anyway, what do we got going on today?
Hey, man, we're just going to give you guys an overview of Goji Crypto, what our project consists of, and why we're trying to break the payment system in the current crypto space. So we got some good stuff for you guys.
Well, payments is what, like a $3 or $4 trillion industry. So you've got some room for disruption, probably.
We got a little bit of room, and
a little bit of room. All right, I'm going to see myself out of here, and I'm going to let you guys kind of take it away.
All right,
beautiful.
So, guys, here we go. Goji Crypto. As you can see, we got, if you see the 4 symbols, those are actually the 4 tokens in our ecosystem. And I'll let Zach go ahead and give you guys this the overview and introduction to Goji Crypto. Then I'll get into the compliance aspect of things. So, Zach, be my guest, my guy.
All right. Yeah. So Goji Crypto, the overall main project of Goji Crypto started as a software as a service platform that will essentially allow businesses to utilize blockchain transactions, fully auditable, fully traceable, with no requirements for hiring personnel who are actually adept in the field of cryptocurrency. Usually it costs companies large sums of money in order to hire on new people and train them in those areas. Definitely have to do a lot of vetting for it because it's a very sensitive area, money and large transactions.
Exactly.
So we aim to basically that with a all-in-one platform that will utilize the blockchain and a simple process backed by microservices in order to allow for fiat transactions across the blockchain as well as accepting cryptocurrency transactions.
And to piggyback off Zach Spencer, being my compliance background, we understand that you got NATRA requirements, ACH requirements. We're trying to disrupt that because banks operate Monday through Friday, right? Saturday and Sunday, if you wanted to send ACH or wait for approval from a bank, you have to wait to the next business day. And as you know, they have changed some requirements as far as, the maximum payment amount for ACH was $100,000. They actually updated that, and the new effective amount will be $1 million in March of 2022. But why wait for that when you can use our ecosystem and use our SaaS platform and what we got going on to seamlessly send money here to if you have a client in Brazil, you have in China, anywhere, and you won't have to, impact the current value of, transmitting money or funds into their current fiat. So we got so many great things to talk about. And here's our roadmap. As you can see, our phase 1 goes. We have, of course, created our social media platforms. The website, we got Etherscan updated. We submitted to CoinMarketCap. We're definitely looking to get that listing updated. We got on CoinGecko. And, of course, we got the all-important liquidity added to Uniswap. And that's a big thing because, as you know, right now, I think a lot of projects that come out right now, they say we have liquidity that's locked and all that stuff. That doesn't necessarily mean they can't pull that liquidity. So we have time locks. And if you look at our roadmap and our white paper, you can see that we actually have a 10-year roadmap in place and time releases. I think our next lock on our first token in the ecosystem, I believe is what, Zach, in the beginning of the year, Q1 2022?
Q1 2022, yep. Correct. And just to add on a little bit there, where it says Uniswap V2 liquidity, 50 plus Ethereum as of July, just to let you know how fast we're moving. We're currently at about 171 pooled liquidity. So we're definitely, trying to move fast. We're gaining traction, and it's really exciting.
And another thing, Spencer, all organic, man. You won't see us out here using like a celebrity. Nothing's wrong with that. That might not have a clue what blockchain technology is or what crypto is. So this is all organic. We owe it to our community, our developers, our admins, our community managers. We're just trying to do things the right way. So I proceed. I just get so excited about talking about it, guys. So bear with me.
Oh, no, I feel you, man. And I love that from the beginning, our lead developer, Steven Banner, has put a huge emphasis on transparency within our, realm. And I think we all know there's a real lack of transparency or education so that you can identify, problematic things in the crypto sphere. So, I love the approach he took, and I think that we've just run with it from the start.
Okay. And guys, you can see this is our roadmap. I know we have running up on time constraints, but we'll get more into it. So what's the benefits? So you got public blockchains versus the private network counterparts. So why use blockchain? Let's see why. And Zach, you go ahead.
Cool. So, the main point, it's accessible. Anybody around the world, regardless of status, wealth, whatever, if you can connect to any type of wallet, any type of exchange to purchase the base coins, it's accessible. Decentralized so that there aren't, protocols or legislation surrounding it that'll inhibit authentic growth and just kind of reduce the gray areas that exist within the sphere. Same with trustless. It's not, we don't require a central party to verify it. The blockchain actually tracks everything in a very transparent way, so that everything is fully auditable. Everything as far as where money is coming from and going to, you can see where the wallets are, you can see where the currency starts and ends, and just, again, eliminating more of that gray area. The decentralization allows so that a central party can invalidate transactions. Every once in a while you'll have, network errors, but overall, it's not like there's one entity that's controlling the network of transactions, and it's permissionless. So we actually, a big focus on the project is to create a customizable platform. So, every single user that we have can customize it to their personal needs.
Well said. So blockchain technology to businesses and corporations. And this is where we kind of going to have our niche in the crypto space. So for businesses to utilize the benefits of the blockchain technology, they're going to, require significant capital. And a lot of companies, don't know what blockchain technology is. They don't understand how to build it out. They don't know the infrastructure. They don't know the maintenance requirements. So what we're trying to build out essentially is the cost-effective SaaS platform where it's all inclusive. We could, like Zach said, it could be customized. We could integrate with what current processes that you have in place, and we can actually enhance that. Then also, if we are ERC20 token on Ethereum blockchain. So, Ethereum blockchain is one that the more security focused chains out there. It's the number one, and if you guys have been in and inquired about, listing projects and token stuff, it costs a little bit more money for that added security. But what we're trying to do is use the best security wise and offer this SaaS platform to, for one, make it easier for clients or whoever solicit our services to get introduced to the blockchain. So that's why I'm super bullish on this. I'm super excited about it, and I think we have a bright future.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that, just to piggyback, focusing on that also means that other projects can gain, more visibility, more traction, more acceptance, and so it's bridging the gap between fiat and blockchain, which makes it a speculative currency currently.
Well said. And Zach, did you want to take tokenomics, my guy, since you're a wizard with words when it comes to breaking it down?
Tokenomics. All right, so we have 4 coins in total. We have Hanu Yokia, we have Mia Neko, Goj, which is Goji, and Gaba, which is Safaya Gabananzu. I practiced that earlier just to make sure I would get it right.
Good job.
Yeah, so basically you can think of it, the main 3 ones, Hanu, Mia, and Goji, If you want to translate it from fiat designations, it would be kind of the equivalent of like penny versus dollar versus $10 bill. So it just separates that that quantity so that we can appropriately process transactions. Scaling that with the size of the transactions and the needs of the business itself.
Correct.
And then GABA will be our governance token, actually. So users who hold GABA will actually have the ability to influence future developments in it, decision making as far as contract changes.
Any enhancements to the project, pretty much like any other governance token. The more GABA that you have, the heavier weight that you have in our voting infrastructure. And the reason GABA would be the creme de la creme is that it's only a total supply of 1 million, and don't forget that it's still pegged to HANU in essence. So GABA would be the one that's going to be the most valuable. And if you hold enough of it, say like a lot of people want token burns, right? Say for instance, we did decide to go that route and we proved it and we voted for it, and you have enough GABA to influence that decision for a burn, then hey, that's why it's worth to have it. But not saying that we're making promises that we're going to have a burn or any things of that nature. That's one thing about our community. We're going to be transparent and let you guys know everything that we're doing. But that was just for reference point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So currently, HANU is the only one available via Uniswap and XT.com. So you can purchase it there by swapping Ethereum or USDT on XT. Also, and Mia Neko, like he was saying, it was pegged to it, so it's about 1,000 HANU. Goji is about 1,000 Mia Neko or 1 million HANU, and then GABA is going to be 1,000 Goji or about 1 billion HANU each.
Correct. Now to the good part, Goji services. So as you know, Goji is a two-sided coin. We have the community side, then we also have the business side, where we're going to have the SaaS platform for businesses and, kind of help them get familiar and acclimated to the blockchain. So, and I'm not going to go too deep into this because you guys, we can actually have this presentation available afterwards, but I know we're running up on time. So we'll get into the services that we're going to offer. When I think this guy's going to pique your interest the most. It's like if you want to go into the exchange, and I'll take the one afterwards.
Yeah, so the Goji Swap exchange, we're launching that in Q4 of 2021. That is actually entirely started being developed out of community feedback and the goal to benefit the community. So Goji Swap will allow current holders to stake their tokens. Well, one, it will be a swap exchange, obviously, so you can easily swap, into Goji between the coins at lower fees than current AMM offerings. And not only that, you'll be able to stake your tokens. You can stake, just HANU. You can stake HANU Mia, HANU Mia Goji. Obviously, staking all three will get you greater rewards. And the rewards from those will come in the form of GABA. And that means that by staking your tokens, you actually get coins that will give you a say in the future of the project. So as Steven is huge on community input and has pivoted multiple times and just incorporated ideas from the community just so that we could all benefit. And Omar and I have talked about this. The market is a zero-sum game, but we want to create more win-win situations for our community and other projects out there as well.
And so that's why you're going to hear us continue to say transparency. And we're going to get to it later in this presentation, but we're all about education too. And I think that's a big part of the crypto space that is uncharted. I think a lot of people get into crypto don't understand what they're getting into. So stay tuned. But Goji Swap fees. So we actually have, when the swap comes out, we're going to have customizable fees with variable rates. So this is what comes into me being actually a compliance officer in financial institutions. I understand certain requirements that you have to disclose, and we're not going to be like, okay, guys, we're going to promise you a 150 million interest rate on your return or APY. No, we don't operate like that. See, the thing about having a compliance officer on stack, we're going to actually align with what's realistic and stick to that. We're not going to mislead anybody, because the world that I come from, that's called UDAP. And from a compliance standpoint, if you know anything about the CFPB or any other regulators here in the stateside in the United States, when you're doing anything that can impact consumers or your supporters or investors, that's a red flag. I don't care if we don't have many regs governing projects in the crypto space. Of course, you got BSA, AML, FinCEN, different rules and requirements that actually regulate certain things within the crypto space. But you don't have anybody that's saying what you can and cannot do from a project standpoint. And that's what separates us from the majority of other projects that are out there. We actually have, compliance people on staff that have been in the space for a long time that understand this. So when you see things like rates and the fees, we actually going to provide what we actually say. We're not going to mislead you. We're not going to do anything that's deceptive. And because, like you said, we want everybody to sustain and actually have an opportunity to earn and learn at the same time. But let's get back into the fees. So if you see if the smart contract will always have a placeholder for a protocol tax, and that can be set depending on the necessary needs. And I'm just going to paraphrase. Protocol tax will also have various payout structures to the community, which be 50-50. And that what separates us from a lot of other products, I think. This us always thinking community first. And just being transparent. I'm going to say that 100 times, and you might get tired of me hearing it, but we're really big on that.
Hi, guys. Hi, Zach. Hi, Omar.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming on and talking to us today. Obviously, there's a lot of buzz around Goji. People have been chattering about it all day, so we appreciate you taking the time to tell us about it. I know that your project is heavily focused on transparency and on community. So I was going to draw the questions from community questions, but the two top competing questions are Go Goji and Go Goji. So I'm not sure what I should say instead. But let me just pivot and say, how about we talk about how it is that you succeeded in building such an active community? We're talking like you have just passed or about to pass the 3-month mark since your launch, and you've got more heat than projects I've talked to that have been around for years. So how'd you go about doing that?
Zach, I'll let you go ahead, man.
I mean, from the beginning, I was probably one of the first 10 investors in Goji Crypto. I saw Steven's post somewhere online, and I read through the project outline, and I was like, this makes a lot of sense. And you're actually working to bridge a gap here as opposed to, just offer some empty promises of financial gains. So Steven from the beginning has been incredibly involved in the community. On our Discord server, he's actually on there regularly, just chatting with people. He goes through the channels and actually takes feedback from the users. We're not looking to be, a quick, for lack of a better term, pump and dump scheme. We're not trying to make instant gains. We have it set up for longevity. He has token locks on a large amount of liquidity ranging between 1 year and 10 years, just because of his dedication to the project. There are locks that will end sooner that will then be reassessed, which with regards to our ecosystem, GABA will also, have a role in what we do with that. So just constant communication. We under promise, over deliver is kind of our main goal. And we've also set up a lot of really great community benefits. Like we have channels on our servers for, just play poker night, like a no cost poker night for everybody. We have people constantly active in there, and they listen enough that honestly, they know almost as much about the project as, Omar and I think. They're able to answer a lot of the questions. They're engaged. They appreciate the positivity and transparency that we offer. So just constant lines of communication, always, explaining what we're doing and why we're doing it.
And Justin, just to intervene right quick, just know that poker challenge is not any money involved. We're not licensed or anything like that. It's strictly for fun.
I was going to call the SEC right after.
Look.
Now I don't have to. You saved me that. Is it true there's only 1,400 holders? People are talking about. I mean, that's pretty ground floor kind of situation, huh?
Indeed.
Exactly.
Indeed.
Yeah. So there are only 1,400 holders currently. We've gone up at least a few hundred holders over this last month. So we're definitely gaining traction. If you check out our charts, we're about 3/4 of the way back to our current all-time high, which we had
Correct.
less than a month ago. And we have a nice steady floor that currently has a upswing on it. So it's definitely a good time to get in ground floor.
Definitely.
So we're just on our last minute here. So last question. You've got to, you're going to walk away from this with more holders. I'm sure there's the buzz is crazy. At least like you hear by our show standards today. You got to tease something. What's coming up next? I mean, you're really early in your roadmap. What do people have to look forward to? Go ahead, tease something right now, live on our show.
Well, from my standpoint, I like the Goji lock, and I just know that it's a lot of locking services out there, but I don't think they can compete with us. Zach, what you got on plate, man? What you think?
I would have to agree, man. I mean, we focus on making it accessible. So we, are trying to lower the fees on that. We're also trying. The Goji Swap system will actually be kind of the basis for the SAS platform, the Goji Crypto platform.
Yep.
So volume will be run through there, which means with each transaction, our retail investors are actually gaining more from the tokens that they stake. Right. So it creates a win-win situation. It bridges a gap in the blockchain and current fiat world. And everybody wins from that.
Well, that's awesome. Thanks so much for your energy and for coming on to share with us. We really appreciate it. I know our audience does. So thank you.
Absolutely. I just want to say, check out gojicrypto.com, read through the white paper, and we'll be posting a recording of this as well as our slideshow on there.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
See you soon.